The International Criminal Court is now in session. L'audience de la Cour pénale internationale est ouverte. Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir.
Thank you very much. Court officer, please call the case.
Situation in the Republic of Kenya. In the case of the prosecutor versus William Samoei Ruto and Joshua Arap Sang, case number ICC 0109-0111, and we are in open session.
Thank you very much. Are there any changes in appearances?
No changes on the prosecution side.
No change in respect of Mr. Ruto.
Good morning. Our lead counsel, Mr. Katwa Kikin, is back with us today, and otherwise the team for Mr. Sang remains the same.
No change, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Mr. Mofade, we will continue. A witness, thank you, and welcome back on the witness seat. Mr. Mofade will continue his examination in chief of you. You're still on the road.
Okay.
Mr. President, before I proceed, a couple of housekeeping matters. The PIS form, the prosecution has taken the liberty of updating it in a typed fashion to reflect the new locations and names that transpired in the course of evidence yesterday. And I believe a version has been placed in front of the witness as well. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much, Mr. Mofade.
Good morning, Mr. Witness.
Good morning.
We left off yesterday where you were explaining to us that you eventually met persons 7 and 8 in a church. Do you remember telling us that?
Yes.
And what I was asking you is, did you go to them or did they come to you? Now, which one is it? Did you go to them or did they come to you?
I went to them.
And at this stage, we probably need to go into private session for about 10 minutes while I explore what transpired afterwards.
A private session then.
We are in open session, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And did you meet up with persons 6, 7, and 8 after that day?
I don't understand on this day or after this day.
Well, did you meet up with them after they had left location 5 to go to a church?
I did not meet them again that night.
Did you meet them the following day?
Yes. Met them. They went on this night. They went and slept at the church, and the following day they came at location 5.
And did you all remain at location 5 or did you leave? Did you leave the place?
And the tension was very high. So they came for a short period, and we could not stay at a significant place. So we were moving here and there to say, let's say we are covering location 1 against the attackers.
And where did you end up? You say you were moving here and there. Where did you eventually all end up staying?
Location 1 is a very big area where the other specific small areas, which is included in location 1. So I remember we went at the other side of location 1, and the tension was very high. Everybody moved with either panga, rungu, or any weapon which he had in his hand.
Could you repeat the weapon you described, the name of the weapon?
I described them in Kiswahili. So that is the maset, that's panga,
okay,
and rungu.
Did you say panga and rungu?
Yes.
R-U-N-G-U.
Yeah.
And who were the ones carrying these pangas and rungus?
In Horumaneri, everybody had this, because the attackers, we couldn't know when the attackers will attack section location 1. So we were carrying these as weapons to defend us.
Were you yourself carrying any weapon at this stage?
Yes, of course, everybody had a weapon.
And I've asked you previously, where did you eventually arrive in location 1? Where did you eventually settle down?
So there is a place we went, and the attackers from, there is a river in below section 1, there is a river which divides location 1 and the other side. So the attackers had already, by the time when I went to that side, attackers had crossed the river, and they were at location 1. And they were really attacking. And they had a code of asking somebody something. If you answer according to their expectation, they could not attack you. But if you did not answer according to the expectation, they could slash you there and leave you for dead.
Okay, let's take it in stages. Firstly, who were these attackers you're referring to?
These attackers at this location 1, they were next up. They were Lus and Kalenjins, and a few lawyers who had moved from location 1 to the other to join the Kalenjin on the other side.
And you say there was a code, and they would ask you something. Did they ask you personally anything?
No, when I was approaching, they were a bit far from where I was, so I didn't go near them because the tension was very high, and I was afraid.
did you eventually go back to your own place at location 2?
On this day, I didn't went there. I left. I later went at location 2. At location 2, I went there. It was on Friday when I went there.
Okay. Where did you stay the night on this particular day?
This is on Tuesday night. I stayed at location 5. That is where I was.
And did anybody else stay with you at location 5 on the Tuesday?
Yes, of course we were. I mean, at that night we stayed there, and we were many because many people in location 1, those who owns, especially Kikuyus who owns the plots in this location 1, had moved to Eldoret police station, most of them. So location 1 were the people who are remaining in location 1, not many, but very few.
Did persons 6, 7, and 8 stay with you overnight at location 5?
As I said, they went to the church, and that is where they stayed for 2 to 3 days. I remember they came only once or twice, but the tension was very high, so they remained in the church.
And the incidents you're describing now, which is where you encountered this group who were asking questions in a code, do you remember what day this was?
Yes, it was on Tuesday.
Do you know if that would be the 1st of January, 2008?
Yes, it would be conceded.
Yes.
What happened afterwards on that day, the 1st of January, after this incident you've described?
I remember there was a great war, and around two people were killed. One was a Kikuyu. I was near where I was, and I can describe him as he was somehow drunkard. And when the attackers approached him, he could not reply according to how they expected him to reply. So they started slashing him and beating him, and they killed him.
Did you see this with your own eyes? Did you see it yourself?
Yes, I saw it myself.
And this Kikuyu person who you said might have been drunk, did you hear them ask him this code, these questions?